Yeah. God's doing a great work in me for sure, and certainly He purposed me straight for His purpose, purposely my first degree. God's doing a great work in me, a one that's serving me. I'm serving He, that means I'm serving three, doing it perfectly. He picked me up and threw me in the promised land, let me know that I'm the man, and He's still been promising. Brought me up from bottom, man, had to slap from 5 like domino. He upheld His right hand, still dominant, honoring the righteous. Yo, it's your big bro, Mr. Israelite, coming to you live in effect, letting all you people know that it's real life. Alright, I'm Bike. Yeah, I'm Bike. For this episode, I'm gonna make this a quick one, I ain't gonna lie. We just got off of, I'm kind of over with the BAYONCE, whatever she got going on, you know. I just wanted to shed a light on what's going on out here, man. A lot of people didn't know these things. I knew about a little bit of it. I wanted to look more into it. I did that. But lastly, it's actually, I want to end the BAYONCE saga. I might go into Solange a little bit and look a little bit into what she got going on. I do know that she was into it too. And like the last lady said on the other video, it's not just her. You know, I mean, it's not just them. I know of a couple rappers that do it. They named all five different people on the last video. One of them I didn't know, but I know as far as just like being like witches and witchcrafty and all of this stuff like that, I keep saying no. Sting act like it don't want to hear me. But to expose like not to expose, but I know like I might look into Ariana Grande. She has came out and just outright said she's a witch, and then she's actually in a witch movie. The Wicked Witch of the West, the other chick that's in the movie with her. Apparently she's playing Jesus Christ in the play too. That's blasphemous. I'm gonna have to pull that up. They just getting out of control with this, and this stuff gonna have to get answers for, you know. You know we in the end time because it's getting increasingly more and more like people are getting more and more bold with it. Like it's gonna be like just like in the days of Noah, you know. He destroyed the world because of the days of Noah and broke it down to what was it, like 7 people? Started over 8 people, I don't know. Whoever else was clinging on to the boat, who knows, you know. But yeah, on top of that, he even offered Moses he wanted to destroy the world again. Moses begged for all of our lives. He said, listen, I'm gonna just start it over with you and your wife. I'm tired. Moses like, no, you're the most merciful. We can do anything. You got it. He like, you know what? I like you, Moses. You right. You know. But yeah, man, it's coming again. So, with all that being said, I'm at peace with what's going on out here. It's already written. It's going to be like this. I'm not going to stress myself over it. What I'm going to do is just get all of the blessings y'all missing out on. That's my new plan. Let me tell you my goals. Is to get all the blessings that y'all ain't stressing about no more, because y'all want to do other stuff. Fine then. More blessings for me. I'll be selfish. More blessings for me. Yeah. So he can look down on me. The more y'all mess up, the way I look at it, the more y'all messing up, the more he can smile down on me and be like, look at that, I got one. I got one. So, hey, I ain't worried about what y'all doing. I'm gonna keep doing me. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to watch me, you know, that's a lot of pressure because I'm only man. I'm not saying I'm perfect, like I ain't gonna mess up or something like that. But what I will say is I ain't out here seeking for the trouble and seeking to sin, and I'm not trying to live in habitual sin. Of course we get weak. Of course we, you know, fall down, but the righteous man falls down 100 times and get up every single time. Alright, so let me go ahead and pull up the video. Oh shoot. You know what, I always do this when I come back from somewhere after I done left y'all and y'all ain't know I left. I come back and I be on some BS every single time. It don't. But this is the imperfection that I'm talking about. You see? This is what I'm talking about. I put the video up. I don't know what that is. It looked like a it looked like a star. So we about to find out. The name of this video is called, I was supposed to been say this, but the name of this video is called The Church Service That Worships Beyonce. Because listen, these people's worshiping Beyonce at church. And sadly, this church is out here with me. It's in San Francisco. Now, I don't live in San Francisco, but I live by San Francisco. And, you know, this is right up their alley. This they MO. They like to do stuff like this. So, without further ado, we gonna get to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
For those in the bondage of racism, we need
I'm at Grace Cathedral in San Francisco, California. Hundreds of folks are going to come here to witness the Beyonce Mass, bringing together secular music and a religious message to tell a story of empowerment for particularly women of color, but for anyone who happens to sing praises to the goddess herself, Beyonce.
Wow.
Here we go.
Y'all, I'm out of breath because we sing Beyonce in church. Holy cow.
We do have a community that is youthful and loving and looks to the world as a partner, not an enemy. So if that's new to you, I hope it's good news. God actually loves you.
What can you tell me about the progressive nature of Grace Cathedral?
I think a lot of the people who show up tonight are people of color, LGBT people, people on whom other people's narratives have been projected. And I mean, just to be honest, the church hasn't been the best about lifting up those voices. It really began as us saying, how can we actually be the people of God that we hope to be in the world?
And Beyonce is the perfect passage to get that message out there.
Honestly, I think Beyonce is a better theologian than many of the pastors and priests in our church today. That is
Don't make me cry, man. I just got on here. Why you making me cry, man? I just turned the video on. Come on now, Reverend. Come on. Why you doing this? Why you doing this? You don't gotta do this. Blaspheme. Listen, the Lord love everybody. Even this collar crooked. About as crooked as just church, man. I'm gonna let it go.
It's not an exaggeration.
According to a recent Gallup poll, Catholic Church attendance
Is a better
I'm gonna let him say that again, too.
to be in the world.
and Beyonce is the perfect passage to get that message out there.
Honestly, I think Beyonce is a better theologian than many of the pastors and priests in our church today. That is not an exaggeration.
According to a recent Gallup poll, Catholic Church attendance has gone down nearly 40% since the 1950s. But tonight's Beyonce Mass is set to draw crowds in the hundreds. And though I don't consider Beyonce to be a religious symbol, like some of her most ardent fans, there's no denying her strong use of religious symbolism throughout her music and performances, paying homage to everything from female African deities, the Last Supper, Black Madonna, and the Virgin Mary herself. I spoke with Reverend Yolanda Norton, Beyonce fan and organizer of the event, to find out where the idea came from to mix Beyonce with the Bible.
The event was born out of a class that I teach called Beyonce in the Hebrew Bible. So I walked them through this process of thinking about how the music of Beyonce helped us have conversations about Black women and how we worship and our spirituality.
So talk me through how you analyze a song like Flaws and All for your students.
She has this ambiguous audience, right, in the song. Maybe it's Jay-Z, maybe it's her fans. But I love it when she says, you know, I'm a train wreck.
I'm a train wreck in the morning. I'm a bitch in the afternoon.
Right?
I'm a bitch in the afternoon.
Every now and then, without warning, I can be really mean to you.
Right.
I can be really mean toward you.
So what we do in the worship service is we make that about a conversation that we would have with God. So if you imagine that as a prayer to God, how many...
I don't know why you love me.
And that's why I love you, right? I neglect you when I'm working. Yep, we all do that, right? So it's really about naming Black female spirituality is embodied in that song.
The Lord be with you.
Also with you.
Lift up your hearts.
Them up to the Lord.
We live in a world where a mostly male church debates whether or not women should be ordained, but Jesus chose Mary of Nazareth, a woman of color, and another woman of color, Mary of Magdala, to be the prophet of the resurrection. So what is very clear to me is that God is a lot more comfortable in trusting his power and authority to women of color than the church is.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. Listening to this man talk make my stomach hurt. But what I will say is, yes, the Lord loves women. Me, personally, most of the people that I listen to today are women. And women raised me, too. And I got more women friends than men friends these days. You understand? I get what he's saying. And I, personally, if the Lord blessed you to preach or whatever, be a prophet, or anointed you, listen, it's so many people out here doing a terrible job. Yes, if you out here got your heart together and your posture together, by all means, women, go ahead, have at it. You know, I'm not against it. So I actually can agree with him. I don't agree with much of what he's saying, but that's okay. You know, but the way they going about it, first off, let's rewind this. Let me take it back. I'm gonna step by step on this too. What they got going on, for real, for real.
Women should be ordained, but Jesus chose Mary of Nazareth.
We all do that, right? So it's really about naming Black female spirituality is embodied in that song.
The Lord be with you.
Also with you.
Lift up your hearts.
Them up to the Lord.
We live in a world.
Listen, they in there, and as far as I'm concerned though, what they doing, they're in there playing church though. Let's just be honest. I'm keeping, that's how I can tell, I'm keeping it all the way even. When you say something right that I agree with, listen, this is y'all. One thing that I'm not doing is judging. I'm stating facts. This is what my little show about. I just state facts. I can agree with half of it and disagree with the other half of it. It is what it is, you know. But y'all in here playing church. This is playing church. This is playing church at its greatest.
You.
Also with you.
Lift up your hearts.
Them up to the Lord.
We live in a world where a mostly male church debates whether or not women should be ordained, but Jesus chose Mary of Nazareth, a woman of color. And
I agree. This white man just spoke the truth right there. He spoke the truth. That was a woman of color. That was a woman of color. It took a white man to say it. A white man in there playing church. And then
Another woman of color, Mary of Magdala.
another woman of color. Thank you. Thank you. Let's add color back into the Bible, because if you let the TV or anybody else tell it, these was white people in Egypt and they was white people in Israel. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Let's add the color back. Look. God's paintbrush is wonderful. Let's put the color back into the Bible.
To be the prophet of the resurrection. So what is very clear to me is that God is a lot more comfortable entrusting his power and authority to women of color than the church is.
I've been asked time and time again, why Beyonce? I believe.
Now, God didn't anoint this one, though. This one right here, that I can tell you right now, he didn't anoint this one. This is a terrible... what I'm gonna say is this is a terrible example of what he was trying to say. She in there full live worshiping Beyonce.
She reminds us that sometimes you have to do your thing your way. You don't do it on demand. You don't do it for your oppressor. You don't sing when they want you to sing. You sing when God tells you to sing. Never give them your song.
None of that is in the Bible. I done read the Bible a couple times. None of it is in there. None of what she said is in there. I don't know what she's talking about. She's preaching from her own flesh. Preach me the word and teach me the word. Everything you say, you need to be backing up the scriptures when you in those four walls. You need to be backing it up with the scriptures. I ain't never heard that. Was she quoting? I ain't never heard that.
Beyonce didn't become Beyonce on her own. I'm not standing in front of you because of anything that I've done. I'm here because of the Mary Nortons of the world, the Daisy Washingtons of the world. These are women whose names you'll never know, but black women who fought to their core to make sure that there was a better tomorrow for those who could stand in front of you and say, as a black woman, I am created in the image of God, and I am here to change the game and make the world a better place.
Of patriarchy, we need.
I am unapologetically a minister of the gospel. I am unapologetically a biblical scholar.
You a biblical scholar? You a preacher of the gospel? These are all lies, and you will not see my Father's kingdom.
And I am unapologetically a Beyonce fan. And I don't feel like I need to apologize for any of those things.
I think that Yolanda's sermon of knowing when to hold on to the hands that are next to you and stand tall and to not give up, those are messages that are not exclusive to just a woman of color experience. Those messages are necessary for everyone, and to use Beyonce and her music as a platform to bring people into the church to hear the message was truly, truly powerful.
It's another one I want to check out, to be totally honest. Is this the same one? Yeah, this is the same one. I think I double timed it. Yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a way to do everything. You know why that I can do things my way here? It's because, for one, I am not an ordained pastor. So my scrutiny is down. You gotta lower your standards when you come and tune into my show. This lady is in those four walls, a full live pastor. What she's doing is blasphemous. Me, I'm just giving my opinion on what she's doing. Excuse me. Number two, I'm not a self-proclaimed scholar of the word, like she just said. I'm not that. I'm not a self-proclaimed prophet. You know, I'll prophesy if God tell me to. When you hear God speaking through me, then maybe I'll prophesy like, dang, Chris, you were speaking the gospel and what you said actually happened. Normally, that's not me talking. Normally, God is using me as a vessel. It's not really my total anointing to be prophesying. That's not really what I do. But I analyze things and I know how to speak from a place of knowing because that's what I went through. You know, so I have good advice, you know, things like that. So I'm using my anointing for this platform like this. My scrutiny has to be way lower than what you're doing. You know, you're leading people wrong, down the wrong path. You're leading people into idolization. People are coming into that church for Beyonce, not the Lord thy God. It's the difference. So with that being said, ma'am, you're going to have to answer for every soul that you led astray. See, this is what I'm careful of doing. I'm being very careful of doing it. I can play, I can joke, I can laugh. This is my platform. God will only lead people here that's supposed to be here. But if I walked into those 4 walls from off the street looking for my savior to be there, and you told him that all of whatever you in there telling him about Beyonce, you gotta pay for that. So hey, I'm gonna end it off here. I'm not trying to judge you. I in a certain little lickety split, I kind of understand what you're trying to do. But you doing it all wrong, baby girl. You just doing it all wrong. My humble opinion, you're doing it wrong. I'm not your judge, but you doing it all wrong. And you should sit down and reevaluate what you're doing and how you're doing it. You doing more of the devil's work. Even the yeah. For the people who don't have an understanding, you will be leading them wrong. You will be steering them wrong. You're herding his sheep and his flock into the slaughter. Their souls will be on your hands. Anyway, I know some of y'all would think that's a fun place to be. But I assure you that this is not what Jesus intended when he said you will do greater things than these. When he sent people out 2 by 2 to preach his word, that was not the plan. That was not the way. This is not the way he instructed us to do things from now on when he came and fulfilled the word. He gave us instructions on how to do a certain thing. Now it's 2025 and we're almost 2,000 years after that. After that point where he ascended into heaven. But that word still reigns supreme. It ain't changed. And it still resonates today through any time and day and year. It's still the best way to do things. And if you sat around here on this earth for 2,000 years, you would saw through every single era that word would have still reigned supreme and got you through every generation and situation. So, to all of you who are thinking about going to visit the sideshow, go visit it. You can go visit it. You can go see a scary movie if you want to or whatever you want to do. But if it ever so happens to turn your heart in a way that God does not see pleasing, Y'all gonna answer for it. And that's just that. It's your boy, Mr. Israelite, in this real life.